Alright, I'm gonna try to quickly go through the Streets of Rage 4. Specifically the first stage. There's a mod called the Sunset mod that was released on Game Banana. That's the name of the site. Yes, it's called Game Banana. A recent tweak I made before I get this going is for my food items. I had went back and I put the comic dot. It's like an old school print texture that the items are supposed to have. Everything in this game is supposed to have this this texturing to it. Very noticeable there on that Sonic Ring computer. But yeah, just a small tweak I made that I literally just did it. That texture is vital just for consistency. Alright, so I'm going to go through the first stage, or level 1. I'm going to use my fun mode, which is a mode I made in the swapper executable. Okay, the character that I'm going to pick is trying to who I can quickly get through the stage with. Probably Shiva. Yeah, Shiva's fast. Yeah, none of this matters. Alright, let's go. So I was just skimming through Game Banana and I came across the Sunset mod for stage 1, and it matches perfectly my UI for my main menu. As you could probably tell, it's red. Basically what this mod does is it makes the sun go down. It makes everything look like sunset. You'll notice there's a lot of stage tweaks too, just things in the background that I modified to be more detailed and more pleasing to the eyes. I probably should just go in depth. Like this tattoo neon sign back here, I modified that. Base game version is kind of bland. I think it's pink in color actually. That door in the very back up there, as you can see, it has like a bar sign on it. But yeah, that's just a personal tweak I made. As you can see for this shop was called Rim Rim. I changed it to Kiss Kiss because the logo for the sign up there was a pair of lips, so it just makes sense to me. I got rid of the redundant or repetitive Kiss Kiss sign that was right here too. As you can see, I just put on sale blinking neon clothing. There's an Easter egg right here. If you know whose body that is, that should be pretty cool. Add a little bit of detail for text on the door there. I changed the mannequins. I hated those mannequins back there. I didn't like the way they looked, so I just replaced them with clothes. That's the end result. Where's my food item? I wonder if I can change that. Yeah, let's get better food here. Let's go with an apple and Mickey D's. There we go. That's cooler. You notice the Starbucks. I changed the trash cans. I didn't like those trash cans just randomly out in the street. I changed it with to a parking meter. Parking meters make more sense, given their placement too. You'll notice in the background there's like fallen vendors and there's assets galore that I've added in here. As you can see, I went back and put proper name branding for different items. I understand there was a copyright issue with a lot of the stuff, so I just went in and plugged in a proper brand. As you can see there's Everlast, which is a good brand for boxing paraphernalia. All of the base enemies, they have their normal names, but I went in the swapper and I renamed all of the enemies that I custom or that I put in here by hand. If I run into one, I'll turn the hood on so you can see the not only their hoods but their new names that I added. That looks so cool. You'll notice that speed limit. So, oh, there's one right there. See the green guy? Alright, let me turn it on here. Hood, enemy, boss, full. Let's put it on full. There's no light version. Yeah, let's put full for enemy bar. Now watch this. Take these dudes out first. Okay. Watch his name. See his name? It says Punk. That's a custom skin I made for that guy. You can tell he's green. He's based on Signal, who is yellow, and Signal has a different hairstyle. But there you go. See, even the icon's been replaced too. I'm not lazy. Pretty much a perfectionist. But that's just an example. Actually, I'll leave the HUD on for now, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna start running into more enemies. Oh, you'll notice the phone booth. That was originally a phone booth. Come on, man. Phone booths don't exist anymore. But I replaced the phone booth with a speed limit sign, and I put 45. I can't remember 45 or 35 is a proper limit for more rural areas or areas by restaurants. And this placement is flawless too, given that that's not a store back there. That's like a power facility, electricity facility. So this placement's flawless. Pretty soon I should be coming across like new enemies with custom names. Oh, this was a chicken shop in the base game. I had no idea what the chicken shop was supposed to be, but it felt like KFC or Kentucky Fried Chicken. So as you can see here, I heavily modified it to just be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Which by the way, I'm going to go through every state. Oh, that's a new dude. See his name? Biker. That was a new enemy though. I think that was the last of the new enemies, just for this stage specifically. So I'm gonna turn the hoods back on. I like to play with the hoods on. Feels more immersive to play this way. Oh, I changed the knife into glass because it just makes more sense. Knives don't just lay around on the floor in life, but glass would. So yeah, little personal decision. As you could probably tell, that door he broke out of, I had to go back and recolor that door. It wasn't properly colored in the sunset mod. It was like a grayish. It stood out too much. It looked like a breakable object. I already talked about the parking meter. Parking meters look so good. You see what I mean about the placement of the parking meters though? I think this placement is flawless. Like these replacing those trash cans was it just made more sense. Trash cans aren't typically lined up side by side either, so it just didn't make sense for those items to be there in my opinion. But parking meters, heck yeah, you can never go wrong with those in a street level. Yeah, I still think this is the greatest. Oh crap, this is the greatest fighter. Like nothing compares to this. Okay, here's something new. Sorry, I was quiet. Gotta focus. Okay, so a new modification here. You as you can tell there, that car that crashed into the wall. In the original game, I never understood why that car crashed into the wall. I gave it an excuse. If you look in the trunk of that car, there's probably kids watching this. I'm not gonna tell you what's in the trunk of this car, but if you're an adult, you know what you're looking at there. I thought that was a good idea. It would make sense for this car just randomly careening into the wall. You can create a scenario for yourself. You can say like it's running from the police or the person in the car is under the influence. But you get the point. Personally, I think that's a good modification to putting well I can say it putting drugs in the back of the car. So here's another modification I made here. I don't even remember what this shop was called, but needless to say, I didn't like it. So I changed it to girls, and I put a sexy neon girl on the top right of the sign there. Put open, and then it sells lingerie right here up front. But if you're an adult, you can guess what's in it in this establishment. Or for the kids, just because you're a kid, you don't really understand. This is basically a gentleman's club. Here's my new enemies. One of my new enemies. Those vending machines look so good. Crap. Crap. So we've already come across another modification I made here to the Sunset mod, which is I put McDonald's. This was a cafe originally. I don't know what cafe it was supposed to be. I think it was something pot, pond pot or something like that. And I just for copyright reasons they probably couldn't put this in here. But as you can see, I modded it and I make sure it's as accurate as I could get it. But yeah, it's a Mickey D's now, which makes sense with the food item that I have on now. That being a Big Mac. Speaking of the Big Mac, there's one right there. I skipped the modification. There was a poster, a Easter egg poster on the wall to the right of the McDonald's. I passed it up by mistake though. I try to take these guys out. Crap. Oh, for those of you who are curious about my the mode I'm playing, in fun mode, you're there's what's called green life, which means when you do a special move, a large portion or fraction of your life is taken off, and it causes you to die extremely fast. And I've always hated it. So what fun mode does is it drastically reduces it to like a fourth of what it would originally take. So I don't have to, I don't have to worry about dying because I'm using my specials. And as you can see, the end result is a lot more fun. And also, I did some tweaking to the point system so that you get extra lives a little faster, like nearly twice as fast as the default game, because that's important. And if you want to beat this game alone, it is. So here's part two of level one. This like from here forward, it should be just the regular Sunset mod, which means blue. All of the blue assets have been replaced with red. The only thing you'll really see from here forward is probably just the modifications I've made personally to like items and stuff like that. The Chaos Emeralds or the Chaos Gems from Sonic replaces the star or the hyper object. Makes sense considering the roster changes I've made. Yeah, let me be careful before I get killed here. Have to focus. I can't remember if there are any in this part of the stage, but if I encounter a new enemy, I'll turn the HUD on so you can read their name. So far, I'm not seeing any. That's the same punk in the green. That's the same punk enemy that we've been seeing earlier. So there's nothing new. I need to focus. I might die here. Here's my items. My little money roll. I love this money roll too. I take that over the original money item in the game. You can tell the barrels have been recolored too, to be more accurate or more proper. Not even proper, more distinctive. I love this sunset mod though. As you can see with minor tweaks, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I'll freak out. But with my minor tweaks, this is a good mod. This is a very good mod, considering I already like way before this mod was created, I already had the idea of the red aesthetic in my menu. So when I move over here, you're gonna notice when I jump out the door, pay attention to the breakable door that I jumped through. You'll notice it's properly recolored, which unfortunately wasn't in the Sunset mod. There, that door. That's very important because it freaked me out when I first saw it. It was originally like gray. might as well spam. I was kind of hoping that would hit her. That was wasted. Okay. Oh, that's a new enemy. All right, I'm gonna turn the HUD on here. Put it on full, so you can see that enemy over there. I'm gonna go over there and give him a love tap. That's his name, cosplayer. He's a Bruce Lee cosplayer, specifically from Game of Death. When I redesign the enemies, I try to keep them generic or design them in a way so that they can be repeated and they can seem like they're part of a game, because that's very important. Helps kill the monotony of the game. But yeah, that was a new enemy, the cosplayer, the Bruce Lee cosplayer. Oops, let me do that. I don't like the HUD on. Well, I couldn't even see where she was at first. That's the Sunset mod, man. Fully tweaked, red stages. I love every aspect of it. And that, of course, was a custom Shiva too. Completely overhauled. Yeah, kept my word there. That was the first stage, or level 1, Sunset mod. Pick it up on Game Banana. And God bless.